everybody. Welcome back. This is episode 27 of Arc 2 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 8 Tohr-Kreen fighter.
I'm Ovredahl, and I play the human bard, Flute, Whimteaser, a.K.A. the Windrider.
I'm Jordan Dahl, and I play the Moonboy, a level 8 Moonboy.
I'm Aaron Urist, and I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
And I'm Harlan Kelly, and I'm the Dungeon Master. I play everybody else.
In just a few moments, we're going to play some 5e Spelljammer inspired Dungeons & Dragons. But first, our show is brought to you by the wonderful Big Top Productions.
Big Top!
They make all of this possible. It is normally soundtracked by Jason Wardell, but he is out sick this week, so throw some uh-ohs in chat.
Unacceptable.
For Jason. We hope he feels better.
Got
And
some
he will be missed
poisoning.
this episode. And finally, it is directed by K.A.I. Story of Tiger Moon Productions.
Yeah.
And now, we're going to go into last week's recap.
Last time on Better Than Heroes, negotiations with the captain of the Bones Pirates for the peaceful return of the Dinger had failed, and a deadly combat began. The party squared off with the Bones captain and his crew of cutthroats, a blue dwarf, a tutu assassin, a lizard bard, and a guy made of chains. The Dinger's captive crew were in a rough state on deck, bound by the chain dude, X. An invisible K.A.I. waded into the middle of the enemies, and Klik squared off with the chain man. Moonboy flew around the periphery with his union-allocated moon lizard, and Flute, resplendent in his pirate outfit, prepared for battle. Talon, whose loyalty was in question after she negotiated herself a private tour of the Dinger, sided with the party to their relief. Almost immediately, all of the crew, except for K.A.I., were bewitched by the Bones Captain's powerful mass suggestion spell, and he commanded them to withdraw to their quarters and wait for the fight to end. The chain being throttled a weakened Goliathan with his chains, slamming him to the deck and killing him. Distraught and without his comrades, but still in control of his mind, K.A.I. fought on alone. Evading dozens of enemy attacks thanks to his invisibility, he was able to strike a mortal blow on the enemy captain as he attempted to fly away. The chain being set about trying to slay the remainder of the Dinger's crew, but in doing so broke the charm spell affecting Talon. Using an ingenious magic missile spell, Talon was able to free her bewitched comrades. The tide of battle turned as Klik slew the ballerina, and K.A.I. and Flute forced the remaining pirates to surrender. Talon turned to the Chain Devil and banished him, leaving the field clear. The party rushed to the deck of the Dinger, where K.A.I. was able to revive Goliathan with his scroll of Revivify. As breath returned to their captain, the crew breathed their own sigh of relief. Are we safe? Did we do it? We're all alive? And I guess we own a pirate cove now? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
Hi, hello. We're back. We're here. And I'm going to start you all right in the moment, right on the deck of your still chained to the dock ship, multiple docks ship, right after you have defeated this evil pirate crew here and have lifted, and K.A.I. has lifted Goliathan's body off of the ground with a spell, bringing the breath back into him, and him thanking you, for being brought back to life. All four members of your crew that aren't you all party members, Goat, the large giant, the
Sorry
large
guys,
Goliath.
I thought I was muted there.
No, it's okay. That was good sound effects for Goat as she was coming, like recovering a little bit, just coughing. Cobble, the very old, wizened green kobold. Relic, your halfling gunner who can't shoot worth shit, and then last but not least, Goliath, and the dwarven captain of the spelljamming ship that you were on. So they are all here, kind of like looking at you all wide-eyed, hands on their knees a little bit, being like, whew. And Cobble looks around and goes, where are we? As she looks around at this very kind of like tucked away cove inside of an asteroid that is on the planet Garden. So, what do you all do?
I think the invisibility will drop on K.A.I just because the time will run out.
Oh, okay. There I am. Is anybody still chained up, or are the chains gone with the chain man banished?
With the chain man banished, the chains seem to be immediately gone as well.
Right.
They seem to be part of his physical body.
Creep.
Okay. Klik will come sprinting down the dock to the boat, and because she's still on the mainland, run down the long dock and jump from the dock to the deck of the ship next to the captain and go, "Captain, are you okay?"
He's all right.
I feel awful. Dying really takes it out of you. But I'm here. Sure shooting, I'm here. So and he kind of tips his hat at you. Wait, hold on. He tips his hat at you, and he was like, thanks for saving us, Klik. Okay, Moonboy, Windrider. He looks around. He's like, I appreciate y'all again and again.
What happened? Sorry.
Oh, they were waiting for us. We barely got out of orbit before they we didn't even get a chance to zoom away. They were clearly looking for us. I've been trying to keep on the down low long enough to know when someone's got their eyes out for you, and they had their eyes out for us, kind of waiting for us to move in the direction from Mingabwe to Garden. So we got. We walked right into them. Couldn't really do anything. They boarded us immediately. We took a couple shots at them, and everyone looks at Relic and just doesn't say anything. And but wasn't much we could do. We'd stay alive. They towed us. They towed us all the way back. Chained the ship up to their ship. Towed us back.
I'm so glad you're alive, Captain. I have so many questions about that chain dude. He was so punk. What is that guy's deal? He's so cool. Are there other chain guys out there?
Cobble clears her throat. I believe that was a devil, a conjured being from another plane of existence, one that generally deals in the souls.
Whoa, is that like usual? I mean, we haven't seen a lot of devils, I guess.
Well, I would say that would make him unusual then.
Do they have a union?
All right.
No, there's no unions in hell. Yeah.
There's no chain devil union. There is, but you don't want to talk. You don't want to do business with them.
It's just capitalism down there. It's just capitalism. Sorry.
Is everyone all right? I'm talking specifically to the crew that was fighting.
I think Moonboy healed all of the crew members at the end of the last episode.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I was just going home. Going back to the hotel. We were just leaving.
Yes. Sounded like a great idea at the time, though. I distinctly remember thinking, like, what a good idea we've all had at the same time.
It went against everything in my training. It was just leave the fight. K.A.I.'s got it.
wasn't you. It was some kind of charm.
We'd have to watch
Some
out for
spell.
that.
Totally.
What about these ones? And he kind of indicates the surviving members of the crew.
Oh,
Bad
yeah.
guys.
The enemy crew.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm still back over on that deck, and I'm gonna take their weapons and that lizard folk's flute and kind of like toss them to the side
Sure.
and kind of march them to the end of that dock
Okay.
to where they're standing over there, and I'll kind of brandish my rapier at them and I'll say,
All right, you two, start talking, and whoever's answers I like better doesn't get kicked off the edge of this dock.
Whoa, dark. FX
so yeah, they're-
gritty flute.
They,
I don't intend to do that, but I want them to think that I want to do that.
I bought it
Yeah.
immediately.
the three beings from the last fight that you got in that you all got to surrender after their captain fell
Just
into
two,
the
right?
abyss.
Muffin and lizard folk.
The ballerina.
so.
She got knocked off and
ballerina
killed by
fell.
Klik.
She got smoked.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. You knocked
She
her
got
off the edge there.
sunk.
Oh, yeah.
She got.
I forgot about
tchotchked.
the incredible Chachka shot.
Yeah, she got bonked.
Shotchka shot.
If we ever make alcoholic beverages for each character, I think Kliks is just a shot. Maybe that's called a
Chachka.
Chachka.
The cha-cha-cha-cha.
For that amazing hit off of there, she flew
Tchotchka
off
and
the
the
edge.
Githka and the Chotchka. It's like a
It's like a sidecar
like a drink with a
situation.
Yeah, I was,
exactly.
yeah.
You gotta drop it
Hell
in.
yeah!
Oh, got all fucked up on Githkas, full of holes the next morning.
Moonboys is a pickle shot. Yep, absolutely.
Bro, I was
in
dual
a
wielding Chotchkas last night.
In a shoe. Shout out, Uncle B.
But man, look at this.
Yeah, man, how could I forget the ballerina getting knocked off? So yeah, there are only two characters here: this like green-scaled lizard folk who is a bard, and a dwarf that is blue from head to toe, hair, skin, even clothing. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but whose name is Muffin, and they dropped their
Even
weapons,
clothing.
walked to the end there, and the bard is immediately like, "I love your outfit. Amazing," he says to you, Flute. "Great choices. It intimidated me perfectly. I love the whole feeling of your crew. I'll join it. I'm in. I'm down. Let's go."
No,
Great.
not interested. Not interested. Your
I'm
your
talking. You told me
captain-
to talk. I'm talking. I'm telling you want to hear.
Your captain, is he actually dead?
Didn't you say he like faded away or something? You
He
described
fell.
it as he kind of
He
was like a
fell.
swirl,
He
or he just
certainly-
fell solidly
He
down.
certainly fell into the void. He dropped to 0 hit points and fell into the void, but
Yeah.
not to be that
like
guy,
a
we didn't see
real-
a body.
It's a real Star Wars death.
Big time Star Wars.
For some reason, I
death.
remembered him as like kind of dissolving, but
Yeah, there is kind of this like swirly mist kind of hanging out
Yeah.
between here, but he definitely fell into this abyss. But as our Discord pointed out many times in the last week, no body, no death. So
We never saw a body.
No promises. So
Your
Never
captain,
saw
can
no
he
death
survive?
saves.
Can he survive a fall like that?
say again.
I asked him if his captain could survive a fall like that.
Oh man, I mean, no, I've seen him survive a lot of things, but not hurtling toward the center of a fractured planet. So I've never seen anyone come back from falling down through there. So nope. And the dwarf goes, "Yeah, he's definitely dead."
Muffin!
Is that how you talk, Muffin?
I think
Yeah,
as
when my
he's
captain dies, it is.
as he says that, Moonboy kind of comes up and puts a hand on Muffin's shoulder and he goes, "I like them. Can we keep both of them?"
No, we're not gonna keep either one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
No one keeps
one
Muffin.
of them off
See?
the dock.
He's so surly.
Who hired you then to steal our ship?
They both look at each other and they say, they both look at you and go, "We're not privy to those kind of conversations. We're Muffin says that, and the lizard folk is like, yeah. I mean, I don't want to know things like that. Too high for me.
How do I feel about that answer? Is that honest? Are they being honest?
May I also,
Absolutely.
since I'm there?
You two can roll insight checks. Yep.
That's 17.
22.
17 and 22. Okay, I'm gonna roll real quick.
Ooh, I like this dice cam.
Thank you very much. I wanted to kind of quickly roll, and as I didn't want you all to see, so maybe I shouldn't have rolled in front of there.
I saw.
I see.
It's okay. It's okay. They they're absolutely being shifty about this. They're just testing the waters to see if they can get away with lying to you in this moment.
Yeah, Moonboy
They're
bursts
sweatier.
out laughing as they say that.
Lie.
Yeah, I'll put my rapier kind of like just like wiggle it just about an inch from the lizard folk's nose.
I don't believe you. I'm a plunderer myself. I know who hires us to do work.
He's like, oh, okay, but can you not tell? Can you not tell him it was us? Can you make it look like we died in this fight? Muffin's like, I don't want that. I don't want that on me. He's like, don't tell him. I'm trying to live a life after this.
Oh, it sounds like Muffin's the one I'll kick off then. What's your name, friend?
To the lizard folk.
I was actually just trying to find it because I forgot. I wrote it down the other week.
Well, listen, if I could recommend, since Muffin's going to be dying, maybe we could call the new one Muffin. I think maybe what I liked about Muffin is that he's called Muffin.
Yeah.
Oh, Rucker.
Rucker?
The lizard says,
Okay.
yeah. I'm Rucker. I have a name, so I'll give you information, and then I won't die because you care about me. I care about you. I help you. You help me. And Muffin shakes his head and is like, "Damn it, Rucker." And he's like,
You're right.
he
You're right,
looks at you.
Rucker.
He looks at you, Flute, and he goes, "I'll go over the edge. It's better than what he'll have to deal with now."
God damn.
Ooh, Muffin.
Muffin.
All right, Muffin. Go, don't let me stop you. Rucker. So tell me who hired you to steal our ship?
He's like, he leans in and he goes, "Well, it's very valuable, and you all you're a hot commodity. Everybody wants to work with you. Everybody wants to capture you. I'm not sure. I don't pay attention that well, but what I do pay attention to is the big jobs, and you guys were a big job because Meridian tracks after you. Ventress wanted your ship, wanted your captain, and so whenever important people want things, then Powerface wants things," he says. And like wiggles his eyebrows in a way that I can't do, and he goes, "Have you ever heard of beholders named Powerface?"
Why he is expecting us to come visit him? Why would he try to? I guess maybe he doesn't know that our ship is that ship.
Oh no, he knows.
And you mentioned
And you know,
Ventress?
okay.
Oh
You
yes,
know, Ventress is dead, right?
Yes, it sort of sounds like we're
Muffin
kind of
puts
famous
his-
out there. I like
Muffin
that.
puts his hand in his face and it's just like shaking his head and kind of like he pulls out a piece of paper and you just see him writing my last will and testament. Rucker is like, no. You were just valuable because the Meridian Tract was hunting you. So people like, having wanted things, especially Powerface, because he just thinks everything is his and often will pay for that. So he was going to pay a high price to make sure that your ship and your crew ended up on his side of the universe one way or another. But he did say you were you all specifically were worth more alive than dead. So hey, look at that! Look at you.
That's nice of him.
Yeah, he supposedly had work for us, but I don't.
Oh, that's true. He wanted us to bring you all down so you all could work for him. I don't think he said work for you to do, but instead work for him.
Ah.
Do these guys have a ship?
There is not one currently visible.
They had our ship.
Where's your ship?
He like Muffin looks at him again and just shakes his head.
Ah, he's just spilling the beans.
He's
Muffin,
like,
why don't you... You better tell us where your ship is, or I'll make sure when we meet with Powerface that I tell them that you're the one that ratted him out.
The Moonboy gasps. He believes it again.
Windrider.
roll an intimidation check. And you can, if you want to throw up our dice cam here, I will absolutely tell you, let you all see his roll here.
Kai, how long does enhance ability last? Is it
It's
1 minute
still
or
up,
10 minutes?
technically. It's an hour, I think.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
I'll check.
Look at that.
So,
Okay.
even with the advantage,
Oh,
I got a 15.
Okay, cool. Muffin has a +3 to this, so I'm gonna roll here. Oh, that's a.
So charming.
He's like,
Muffin.
I'll take my chances with the center of the planet. Thank you very much. He says, looking at the edge there.
Since the Moonboy is standing right here, I think he'd like to take a shot and just kind of talk to Muffin in his ear. And be like,
Listen, man. We're not bad dudes. We don't want to throw you into the center of a planet. We're not asking you to betray your values. Just don't, just play the game and you can walk away from here. What do you think?
He looks at you and he goes,
Just a little.
why do you want to know where our ship is?
Windrider, why do we want to know where the ship is?
Because it's ours now. According to the little rules of your negotiation games.
Yes, did you hear that? We're taking it, is the reason.
All right.
Anders Cove.
Well, they're coming back in a day.
Who's on board that ship?
I mean, no one you all couldn't handle. It's just the crew that keeps the ship running, kind of the B team. But
I look at our crew.
Shh, don't do that. Act like we've been here.
Yeah.
We are the A team.
they were they were circling the block to make sure things went one way or the other.
Moonboy, zip up your fly.
Do you have communications with them?
Nope.
And listen, hey, maybe they don't need to die. Maybe if they play ball too. I mean, we've got a whole pirate cove here. We could use advice on how to pirate. I mean, Windriders, obviously.
That crew ain't dumb, says Muffin. They come back here and there's no there's no captain to tell them to die for this place. They're not gonna die for it. Plus, this place has been here a long time, Muffin says, and we've had many captains. It'll be okay. They won't get in your way.
You've had other captains?
Well, I haven't. This place has had other captains.
Are they always called just the captain?
Yep.
It's terrible.
Names are too powerful for leaders to just give them out.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I'll kind of motion for Kai and Klik and Moonboy. We could have a little huddle here on the dock out of earshot from these two.
I don't know. What should we do with them? We can't let them stay here in the cove.
Why can't we let
They'll
them
just
stay?
they'll just be plotting against us.
And then we'll kill them. We kill like we killed all of their friends.
I mean, how important is the cove to us anyway? We have our home.
I suppose, but it would be nice to have a place to repair our home. And, kick back. Talk to a penguin or two.
Yeah, we could. This could be our very own Our very own cove.
It is. It does feel like.
Resupply.
And I think I saw Bat. We could call it the Bat Cove.
A tiny little voice that is just a memory in your head, but is like, well, you'll probably have to talk to the union about that first. But we're going to use
Moonboy's
branding
just
from
staring into the middle distance. Where do you go?
I don't know. Maybe we just send them on their way. Like, they don't have to be here.
I think we've got.
We could just, like, banish them. Just tell them they can't come back.
I mean, we've already defeated them by their own, like K.A.I said, by their own crazy pirate flip-flop rules. We've got them. You know, we've got enough enemies out there. I say we try to make them friends.
If we don't have friends, we can't hold this fort anyway, right?
Yes. The penguin seems to like us a little bit. One of them did. Actually, now that I'm
No, she
thinking about
didn't.
it, they definitely hated us. You're right, Klik.
The one penguin seemed cool.
Yes.
The one with all the weapons.
Right.
I liked her.
Oh, you guys don't remember the name of all of the penguins? But they had color-coded vests. They had
Her
color-coded
name
vests,
is
y'all.
her name is like Gleek or something.
Cranston.
Keen.
I have a
Keen.
crazy idea. What if we
Keen.
leave Talon?
There you go. Rachel, you can, you know what? Rachel, you can have a point of inspiration. We haven't done this in a long time, but you wrote down the name of the cool penguin, and you just found it and pulled it out of your notes? Absolutely.
Listen.
Absolutely.
You see, good manners have real-world repercussions, guys. Remembering someone's name.
Yeah, so what are you all doing here? You can see that this blue dwarf and this like green lizard folk both are like kind of looking at y'all, and like
Alright.
you can see the lizard folk is definitely like kind of like eyeing any spot that it could like he can maybe dash away from you all. He isn't like doing anything. He's just starting to look like itchy.
Okay, listen.
I
It looks like
I have a
there's- Go on.
crazy idea. What if we leave Talon in charge of this cove?
I don't
Talon
mind
want
that.
to be in charge of the cove?
She definitely
Came in
doesn't want to.
handy
Do
on
we
the
want to
last
trust her to
fight.
get back on the ship?
I mean, she was there when it counted. She sort of
Yeah.
saved all of our lives.
I don't trust her.
When we were at the negotiating table with Moonboy, she negotiated to like, get on board the dinger for 15 minutes before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
She
good
wanted
point.
to-
Hey, Talon!
You can see she's just like has stepped away from the group and is trying to like do that thing where she's hanging out, but she's not like trying to push herself in here. She's like, oh, yeah, hey.
So, what the fuck, man?
When Talon comes over, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on her at the surface level.
Okay,
So
cool.
I
Can
get a
we
sense of
establish?
what's on her mind?
Are you all real quick? Are you all on the deck of the ship? Do you all want to be on the deck of the ship, or do you want to be on the pirate dock?
I
And
think
also, the whole crew is hanging out with you all, right? Like everybody is together here a little bit.
Yeah.
I was on the pirate dock because I marched those guys to the end of it,
Yes,
and I
the deck,
thought we were
me
in like
too.
a little private
Yeah.
huddle of just us.
Okay, cool.
Us four.
So then I'm gonna say the crew to the dinger that is not you all, the B team, the on ship team, not the away
Sure.
team, is kind of starting to
Tech.
dechain the ship, kind of like bandage themselves up and get that thing sorted up. You all are on the dock with these two hostages, and Talon is on this dock with you all.
Okay.
And so you said what the fuck at her. I just
Yeah.
wanted to establish that first.
I did.
And
I'll say it again.
she's like,
Excuse my language, but... I mean,
like, I want to see what's inside that ship. I want to see what the captain's hiding. That was my chance. And it was nothing against you. Obviously, I have y'all's back. Obviously. But that was my shot for it. And my allegiance is to you all, not necessarily
Yeah, well,
the captain.
Makes sense to me.
yeah, it's a pretty good reason. But why do you want to see it so bad?
Do our thoughts jive with what she's saying?
Oh yeah, sorry. Absolutely, she is. You get anxiety because she seems to be worried about your reaction to what she just said, but not. It doesn't seem to be like she's not like thinking about other things that are in contrary to that.
Cool.
But why? Why do you want to see so bad? Why?
She kind of looks at you all because if it's the ship that I think it is, and I know a lot about the history of this world. I found you all, didn't I? If it's the ship I think it is, then the fourth ring needs it, and he should turn it over to us. And she looks nervous. Like, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. She, like, when she says that, she looks like she kind of like pumped herself up to say that.
So why wouldn't you have just asked that when we first met?
Because I didn't trust you then.
The captain doesn't let anyone in his quarters. We don't, like, none of us have been in there.
He is quite secretive about it. The Moonboy kind of snaps one finger, and a little light of moonfire appears above his hand, and he says, "You betrayed us, Talon. You betrayed us. And if you have a big, giant secret, I think you should tell us now, or I think you should walk away. What ship do you think that is?"
I want you to roll a persuasion check real quick.
And I shall, with guidance, because I am the Moonboy.
And I am going to roll here, and I am going to add the modifier to it, but I'm not going to tell you which modifier I add to it. And so you don't know if it's deception or not.
Did you say persuasion?
Yours can be persuasion, absolutely.
Okay. 15.
All right. She looks at you and goes, "I have a lot of secrets, and you don't get to know all of them. And I can tell you that when I started with you all, one of the reasons I didn't talk to you about this directly was because I didn't know what you all were about and what you all were doing. But I've seen you make moral choices again and again that I do trust you all. But I cards on the table. I was ready, if it came to it, to make sure that we got this ship from you one way or another. And now I don't think it's going to come to that.
You were going to steal the ship as part of the negotiations?
No. Because if it is what I think it is, then I will happily share this information with you, and I will let you all make these decisions too.
Well, if it is what you think it is, if we know what you think it is, then maybe we'll help you find it, you know?
It's true. I believe that about you now.
I think that you're a good person, Talon.
Well, thank you.
I think you want what's right, but I don't think you should be allowed back on this ship until you tell us what ship it is.
I think it
That's
is...
what I think.
That's fair. She says, and I think that... She says, just don't put me in the position between choosing saving the world and choosing to be y'all's friend. Because I will save the world every time.
You can choose. There's a choice that you can do both. Just tell us.
I believe it. And she says, I think what is inside of there is a Synapse Helm. It is a legendary helm who even the Arcane don't know how to create. If it is true, then it is a stolen Synapse Helm, which lines up. And getting our hands on something like this would allow the fourth ring to not just chase the coattails of the Meridian Tract and the powerful folks who we believe are unraveling this world intentionally, but it would let us take the fight to them when and where we wanted to.
What's so different about this kind of helm?
I've never seen one, but the story I know behind them is that they remember every place that they've ever been, and they can, in the same way that powerful magicians, powerful sorcerers can open portals. She gestures to the disassembled portal that you all recently disassembled. In the same way they can open doors to other worlds, it can travel to other worlds quickly and easily. Other crystal spheres.
Well,
What if we give
she's
Talon
got my
the dinger,
trust. Welcome back, Talon.
and we
She
take
laughs.
we
Those were
take
the
this
rules.
other ship that's due to come back tomorrow?
That you all would give the ship to me?
I'm asking K.A.I. and
He's just
Klik,
thinking out loud.
Moonboy.
Oh,
Sweet
okay.
boy.
The-
Sounds
We don't take advantage of the dinger's abilities.
I know.
Well,
I,
the
do-
ship isn't ours to give. It's the captain's.
I think we would have to talk to the captain.
I don't think
yeah.
he'd give it.
Yeah, probably not, but maybe.
But maybe
he
if
seems
it
to
means
be
saving...
tired of hiding out. And look, he just died. He just died over it.
He died big time. Well, not big time. He came back, so... He died
Small time.
late.
He
If
died
actually-
part-time.
Yes, part-time. Dead guy.
Yeah.
Captain.
Took a life sabbatical. Yeah.
Goliath and part-time dead guy.
In fact, Talon looks at you, Klik, and says, "Klik, you're a warrior. I've seen you disrupted by the fact that you couldn't take action. I'm the same way. I want what I believe in is that we shouldn't just sit here if we have the tools to save this world, but we should go and fix it now. Fix the rot that is there. And that's what I'm here to do. That's what I've been here to do. Wouldn't you want that too? If you could change things?
If I could change the world, I just don't see how the captain's ship can change the world. We killed the leader of the Meridian Tract. What good is a ship gonna do?
She says, it's like if you were on a planet before and there were no Spelljammers, there were no ships that could take you into the sky, you would say, sailing across this ocean is all we can do. But there were other worlds out there, and there are other worlds out there, and helms like that can take us to the stars of this sky.
Well,
She gestures out to the atmosphere around. Farther than that.
Well, isn't that where we're going?
Yeah, we're
Like I just don't see why we would have to give up our home for this. It's ours. It's Goliathans. It's our home. Can't we help?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what I've come to know you all well enough. You four, and kind of Relic. I think he's okay. I think you guys are too hard on him. I'm just gonna say
He's
that.
fine.
But and
He's bad at his job.
he's bad at his job, but that doesn't he's
Yeah, you
anyway.
you listen to his SoundCloud sometime and then tell me we're too hard on him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know what those words mean, and but I like that about it.
Neither do I.
it's a spell.
It sounds like a cool spell.
Yeah,
Sounds
SoundCloud.
Is that like Spelljammer fart?
Yes, it's like yes, it's a cloud that he
you're-
conjures.
you're-
Sound
that-
cloud?
You're thinking
That
of
he-
smell cloud.
Oh, sorry.
Stench cloud.
I
Yes,
get
it's
it
a cloud.
confused because I listen with my nose.
Listen, do you smell something?
Smell, do you hear something? Alright,
She says,
hang on. I need a second to recover from that.
I do like the idea that there's a weird cloud that he raps into that he makes you listen to sometimes. This is my sound cloud.
Excellently did the factory reset of my brain.
let's definitely stat that out, Jordan. We should do that. That sounds like a
Sound
great,
cloud.
that sounds like a
Okay,
very good minor magical item.
I'm super into it.
Maybe
Well, and
maybe we could make another one.
Another helm?
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, that's all we wanted to know. All the secrets and the skullduggery. It sounds like we all want the same thing. I want to save the universe, and I know you guys do too, and I'm sure if we talk to Goliath then, he'll... Okay, Klik kind of wants to save the universe.
yeah, I mean,
It's not really our job.
But still, that's true, but it's got to be somebody's job. I don't know,
you don't have to do everything. You know, there's many people who are, you know, in this organization who are working toward the same goal. And the only reason I hid this from you beforehand is because I just didn't know. You know, and I couldn't risk you all.
Throwing you into space.
Throwing me into space. I think I was trying to find a better way of putting it, but yeah,
We would
and
have
she,
to.
she gestures to Muffin, and it's
Yeah,
like, you know,
that's a good question. I think, you know, Talon, what do you think we should do with these two? The options seem to be cut them loose or banish them.
she's
I
like,
think
well, I
that's the
already
same
used
thing.
my banishment spell, but
No, I mean like shoot
No,
them off
we
into
make them
space.
to
he
leave. They
gonna
can't
come back?
They can't come back.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was unclear. The word.
Or they could stay here at the cove.
Or they could stay here and live in the cove.
she looks.
Maybe
She's
maybe
like, if
we
they're
just try to make friends. I mean, maybe we could be benevolent pirate
That's what I'm thinking.
rulers. I don't think we hold this cove without allies here, and I don't think we leave our crew here. I don't think, like, maybe Goat would stay, but I don't think she's gonna make a good pirate lord.
I'll
Maybe-
point to Goat's black eye and be like,
Yeah, these two did that.
Maybe we could try to not have a Captain Pirate Lord here for a while. Maybe it could just be a place where people could live and not worry about being
Yeah,
pirate
maybe
lorded.
maybe we sort of steer the whole business model of this cove away from piracy in general.
Yes, we could start
Into
making...
just penguin and
Weaving-
tavern cove.
Yes. They've got a tavern.
Well,
you've got a
actually, that
great...
Keen is the penguin's name.
Yeah.
She has a great deal of skill. I mean, people would come to far and wide to traffic in items like the ones she makes.
That's true.
You think
Okay.
I think we
Has a
should.
good bar.
This should be our cove. We don't have to stay here. We just. But when we show up, it's our cove.
Well, listen, I mean, I haven't set a lot of pirate coves free, but generally when you come back, they kind of, you know, get you a seat at the bar, so to speak. It's just, I don't know, I'm tired of making so many enemies. It'd be nice to have a place where there's not so many. Plus, I had this weird dream about the moon, and it freaked me out. Swallowed me.
Oh no.
Yes, it is
Moon
weird.
did?
Yes. But now, since there's, you know, 5 of us, technically, and he kind of winks at Talon. Welcome back, traitorous monster. Anyway, I think it's a simple vote. All in favor of cut them loose, Moonboy.
Wait, she's like, cut them loose or like cut them
No,
loose?
like literally take their like little ropes and cut them loose and say, welcome to whatever cove. Splash Mountain.
okay,
Can
yeah,
we
yeah.
call this place Splash Mountain? That was something I was going to bring up.
Oh no, there's a very very vicious pirate group that will
Okay.
come down hard on that.
There's a trademark.
We're gonna
That's
get
a
a
trademark
copyright
infringement.
slammed for.
What if we
They don't
what
like
if we
people
tell
say-
them
Space Mountain?
Space Mountain.
Even worse.
Surely
There's
Disney.
also
What about
All right,
Pirates of the
the worst
Caribbean?
pirates of all.
Listen. We're getting off topic here.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I say we let him go.
Not the episode title. Not the episode.
they asked to join the crew. What if we just tell them that they're part of the crew?
Free
They'll be-
people can join the crew.
Yeah.
Sure.
Those
They
guys
can't get
were
on the
terrible.
boat, though, right? Yeah, they abandoned their captain in the middle of battle. I don't think we want them on our team.
Well, we're just going to tell them that so that they'll stay here and look after our business.
Our business, Smash Mountain.
About Moron Mountain.
Moron Mountain. How about
Smash
A
Mountain.
la Space Jam?
Space Jam?
Yeah.
Jamton. I'd say the Moonboy's still holding his hand in the air, hoping his vote idea will take hold.
Yeah, Talon's like, I'm for not murdering them.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I'll
I don't
raise
think
my
we
hand.
make any friends on this cove by kicking them off the pier.
Okay. The Moonboy takes his scimitar out, and he cuts their bonds.
You have a scimitar?
Oh,
Yes.
they weren't tied up, but
Yeah, both of their
Cuts
belts
their
fall
belts.
off.
Yeah.
That absolutely happens. He thinks he's
Yeah.
freeing them.
Oh! Yeah,
Go, you're free now.
We sentence you to pantslessness.
the lizard folk looks really worried. Rucker is like, oh no, and Muffin's like, oh, okay, and he just starts taking his pants off, just slowly and obediently. And he's like, all right,
No, leave your
okay."
pants on.
No.
You
We
can
need
leave. You can
to-
keep your
We
pants.
decided you could stay here in the cove and maybe look after it for us and keep it safe.
Okay, so yeah, keep people from showing up and taking it over. Got it. Muffin says
Yeah,
like a
but
little
Does
Like-
that happen
Like
frequently?
a better job than you did last time.
Yeah, well, we weren't here before. Muffin says.
Maybe be here this time.
Yeah. Well. Okay, he's like, you're probably gonna have to talk to Whipper about this, but sure. And he's like, thanks for not killing me. That's great. I appreciate you all, and I will never forget it. And you live in my hearts forever as people I owe my life to.
Is he being
And-
genuine?
Rucker goes, yeah, me too. That, yeah. You can roll an insight check. Absolutely.
This is it's just a weird read he gave there. That's a
is
13.
this like a dwarvish thing? Is he doing like a some kind of dwarvish thank you?
He's
well,
just a
let's
dour
see-
son
wait
of a
and see.
bitch.
The dwarvish thank
actually,
you
with
is that like
guidance,
the Irish
15.
goodbye.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, cool. Jordan, I'm gonna start. I want you to, if you cast guidance, you have to tell us how you are casting it. Like how are you using your? I mean, you can still do it. I just want the flavor. If you're casting
Sure.
guidance, how does it help?
I think it's just a flash of kind of light in the Moonboy's personage and a blessing from on high.
Yeah.
Also,
okay.
he has to touch us when he does it, so he seems very handsy. There's constantly like a little Moonboy hand grabbing at us.
Ugh.
God, I love the idea of him just holding a hand that is just sitting there, and he just reaches up and holds it. Yeah.
Touch your own butt.
Yeah.
And what did you get? Altogether?
15.
15. You can't read him either way. He could be being snarky, but it might you just met him, and it
Sure.
was on the other end of a sword earlier. So,
Okay.
but he did say that. So. Oh, and Rucker is just trying to not die. He's just working as hard as he can to not die. He seems pretty flimsy with his allegiance, but that was working to your advantage here.
I think as he walks away, the Moonboy's gonna go, "Great job not dying, Rucka."
Oh, shit, man, thanks.
Are we gonna give them back their weapons? I assume. I guess
I don't think we have to be that friendly.
I put them to the side. Whatever they had.
Oh yeah, I guess that we could take that shit. Didn't they have like some crazy stuff?
Weird pipe.
There's a flute.
Yeah, a small like hand flute, and a spear.
Well, that's
Is the
ours.
spear cool?
It's dwarven made. It doesn't seem to have a
it's
magical
crap.
aura. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
It's a real piece of shit.
Too heavy. Hate it.
It's like a Yamaha spear.
I was thinking BlackBerry.
Tonka
motorcycles,
truck,
pianos.
spear.
Yeah.
Pianos or motorcycles.
How about
or-
let's get all of this stuff back on the ship and let's
see, maybe
talk
K.A.I
to the
can take a
crew.
look at
Maybe.
this and see if these are.
That's right, Kai. You could go use your lab on it now. The ship's back.
Sure.
You see, it kind of like looks a little beat up with these like 3 holes pierced in the side of it, and like the chains kind of like draping off of it. But you do have it back, and you see Cobble is up in the crow's nest and is like napping.
See if Derek can fix the ship.
Absolutely.
I forgot about Derek.
Oh yeah, Derek.
Okay,
Oh, I
fine,
didn't
Andrew. You
forget.
can have inspiration too. You can have I know you.
You suck up.
I know you were reaching for that one, but you can have.
I wonder.
It, so.
I wonder
we
if I
got
can.
Derek to fix Chess's ship. It was
I
a
wonder-
direct reference.
I wonder if I can remember something that didn't happen and then just convince Harlan that it did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Gas-
remember?
Just gaslighting.
Go
the
talk to
Remember-
Augie.
For plop the fish
Augie?
dork.
Yeah, my pages and pages of DM notes are just useless against your...
You must have forgotten to write this one down. It's all
Write
like
down
you.
Augie and Foretop.
Yeah,
Never.
Augie.
Rip your shirt
Augie
open.
the-
Character names.
Augie, the bathroom attendant in the bar. You remember Augie?
Flute goes into every
character.
Flute goes into every bathroom, so...
He does. Loves
Yo,
of that.
Paradise
Every
RPG with that
bathroom, just a
raid.
few.
Oh, our friends at Paradise RPG are here again. Thank you again for joining us.
Hi.
Sweet love, I got
Good to see you.
raid.
Thanks,
Hope
guys.
that,
What up,
hope the
y'all?
Paradise RPG session was good this week. Thanks for coming to hang out afterwards.
So what?
Klik,
what
just real quick because you asked this earlier. Will you do a tiny little perception check for me? Just a tiny
A
little.
teeny little one?
Yep.
Do a big one.
A teeny little 8. How about that?
Yep.
A wee 8.
The Muffin's pants seem to be pretty saggy without that belt. That's all you notice. Is just getting a little like.
He's definitely distracted.
Yeah, Jesus. Does he have
like
a
a
blue
train
butt? Does he have a
wreck.
little blue bottom?
Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of his butt
right.
crack, and it is absolutely.
It's red.
blue. Yeah.
It's red like a monkey.
Little shiny hiney.
Where's
man.
Where's Goliathan?
He cannot be seen on the ship right now. You
Yeah.
can see Goat kind of like adjusting, like doing a little bit of patching of the holes there, just with a quick over of like a window being nailed shut. Cobble's sleeping up there. Relic is going over the ballista shooter to make sure things are not too tampered with, and
that
you
it
can't see
matter.
Goliathan, but that's it's safe to assume that he's below deck.
Okay.
What should we do when that other ship shows up tomorrow?
Search it for valuables.
Yes, I suppose we gently inform them that it's now ours, and
Yeah,
that they're
name it.
welcome, and they're welcome to live here
Winger.
at
That is actually a cool name.
Singer.
Mountain. I still don't have
The
anything.
singer.
Talent can fly the other ship. We could have 2 ships. We could have the beginnings of a fleet.
The bringer show.
This is true.
All right.
The
Oh, my God.
Singer.
my plant!
And the Moonboy zips up and starts to run downstairs to his barrel. And on the way, he shouts at Relic. He goes, "Hey, maybe break it. Maybe you'll hit something." And then he goes down.
He goes, "Glad to see nothing's changed," he says, kind of, and just flips you off.
I give Relic a pat on the shoulder, and I will also go downstairs.
Glad you're alive, Relic.
I'm gonna take a moment with Goat, real quick, where she's patching the side of the ship and just say, "Hey, thank you for your help. It was very brave. I know that's not the last place in the world you want to be is in the middle of a fight, but we needed you."
She kind of like looks up from her hammering when you walk over, and she like slicks the little bit of hair she has back, and it's like, yeah, thanks. It was, whew, you know, it makes me appreciate how much you all can do and have done for this crew and our safety when you don't have y'all. And boy, it was just over immediately. She says it sucked. I did not like it at all. I felt tempted for a moment. I felt tempted to just pound in the face of that snot-nosed, horn little devil jerk. And I really don't being like tied up. But, I'll fight.
Well, you know, this cove is ours now, and we're hoping to leave it a better place than it was when we left it. So if the boat isn't the place you want to be anymore, if the dinger doesn't feel like home, maybe this can be that.
Well, she says, I don't know. You think they're gonna just they would just let me in? You think they would just let me hang out there?
I don't know. You come in handy. They got a lot of stuff to move.
I'm very big. I have very big hands.
And we need someone we can trust on the ground, just to make sure they're not causing any trouble without us.
She laughs and a little bit, and she sits down, and you can just tell how tired she is a little bit, because even though she got healed, she's not at like her full hit points, and she just like have like marks or wounds on her, but she just like looks drained, and she's like, I don't know, Klik. She's like, you're young. I'm older than you. You've got. What do you think I should do? I feel like I'm too caught up in my own preconceived values right now. I don't want to go be a liability for you all. I don't want to just go be someone you all have to save if you all are going to keep diving into the dangers of the world. And it seems like those dangers are just going to chase you anyway. But I'll tell you what.
You are not someone we'd ever think of as a liability. You're our family.
Well,
so if you want to be here, this is where you need to be. But it is not going to get any less dangerous. And we're going to fight if they need us. So if that isn't the kind of life that you want to lead, and you want to start weaving or like elaborate stacking or like sculpting, I don't know.
Klik, you need a hobby. I think you're the one who needs a hobby.
You want to do
maybe.
rope tying.
You're just listening to things I do on the ship. You're just listening. Yeah. You know this is work, right? I wouldn't do this with my free time. Like
I don't think Klik knows like what like other jobs are. Like I think it's like you're a fighter or you like make weapons or that's sort of it. So pacifism doesn't really make sense to her.
It's like
it's for sure almost not anything scorpling.
You want to play hockey? I don't know.
Professional shrumpler.
You're gonna be a barmaid.
She waves her hands at you. She's like, I like that. This is like when you're a little kid and you think that your parent like loves going to their job because they have to do it every day. You know, like
if you want to go to the grocery store all the time, you can do that here.
President of ropes.
There's penguins, and that's about all we know. But there's houses and stuff. They seem nice.
She pats you on the back and is like, I think between seeing y'all jam away and then just hearing that your all story came to an end, one way or another, sounds a lot worse than the risk of dying on this ship with y'all. So, as long as you promise me, and she looks at you, Klik, and she says, you especially, as long as you promise me that if you have to choose between saving my life and getting the job done, that you choose getting the job done, then and yeah, I think I'm gonna stick around.
Well, no. But you can stay. That's great. Okay.
She looks at you and goes, I don't... The only thing I can imagine that is worse than just having you all go off and never hearing what happened to you all again, or hearing some asshole in a bar story about what happened to you all, is seeing it with my own eyes and it being my fault. So as long as... She's like today, like this, like being all chained up by that awful thing. She kind of like shivers and is like, y'all put your necks out there for us. And I get that. I'm not asking you not to do that. I'm just saying, if you got to choose between saving yourself and saving me, you save yourself. And I know you know how to make that decision smart. I'm not asking you to be dumb. Just...
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you aboard. You're very brave. Goat the Goliath.
She's like, Klik, can I hug you? Can I hug you? Can I do it?
I will do my best.
All right, she says. We're going to practice this more now. And she comes over and gives you a big hug.
I think last time I rolled for a hug, it was low.
It was low and creepy. I remember it was all arms and antennae.
Those little arms come in, and you're not ready. You're not ready for those.
It's very tickly. It's too tickly.
Yeah,
you can have a traditional hugger's frame.
Nope. The fingers don't move during the hug.
Yeah,
I rolled so good, though.
Yes!
What did you get?
It's an 18 on the dice.
Okay.
I don't have a hug modifier. If it's charisma, it's a 17.
It's a little
Absolutely.
arms.
But I rolled good.
You know what? I think with Goat specifically, because she is so massive, that this can be athletics. Because usually you have to
sure.
you're like, what do I do with my hands times 4? But
Yeah.
because she's just so big and like her body's just so massive, it's like easier that you can just kind of like flop around her and it's better view. And she's like,
if it's athletics, it's a 25. So
Well,
it's
Yeah! Wow! Holy shit!
Whoa, easy there. Let
+7 athletics.
keep moving the fingers. What? What are you doing?
Yeah, right there. That's the note.
It's not a slow dance, Klik. Come on.
And she looks at you and goes, she kind of like pulls back. She's like, I trust you all a lot, and I trust you specifically. And I wouldn't be on this ship if it wasn't for the way you've, knocked me to my senses a little bit. Put things in perspective, she says. So I appreciate you, friend. And I think since it's 9:10 too, we're gonna do a quick little zoom out on you all, kind of just having your nice moment, and we're gonna take a quick break where we're gonna drink pee. We're gonna drink pee, and then we're gonna be right back here, and you all are gonna dive back into Space Mountain, right? I think we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've just been told by our producer we cannot call it that, so we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Space Mountain?
See you in a second. We'll be right back.
Space
See you in 5.
Hill.
Yeah.
Ooh.
right, hi, hello.
Pamplemousse.
So, Aaron, you got your camera is
Oh, wouldn't you like to know, Harlan?
fuzzy.
How about that? Fixed it?
Good. It looks good. Okay, so
Pamplemousse?
you all, while Klik and Goat are having this sweet moment on the ship here, what else are you all doing?
I'm having almost the exact same conversation with Cobble, but only with the intention of getting her off the ship.
Cobble, it's a cove. You'd be like the queen of this cove.
I don't do well with pirates. They want to eat me, or they want to just use me to steal shit, and I only steal shit for me.
No, we
says,
get a
looking at you.
promise.
Well, yeah, okay.
You could be in charge of everybody.
The promise of a pirate. Okay, Flute. Gee, whoa. Would you go to pirate college, all right? You're just an expert all of a sudden, she says. Also, what is this outfit? Did you go pirate outfit shopping before this? She says, it's like your huge buckle.
I realize that she's fooled by it. I'm like,
Yes, I did.
With pirates.
Don't touch it.
And in fact, I need to go change so it doesn't get dirty.
Okay, well, I didn't know that you have a uniform now, so I can't wait. I hope I get some boots like that. I think I would look great in them, she says, and looks down at her huge claws that are her feet.
Okay, knee-high boots for Cobble immediately.
On stripper boots.
Yeah.
And kinky boots for Cobble.
I've got this.
Am I pulling him
boots,
off?
the boots of insanity.
I played an artificer for a reason.
And this is it.
Let's
give
go,
all-
girls.
To give all those
hammock and
poor... Yeah.
Drop it. Oh, sorry.
No. I just wanted to make sure that all the kobolds get boots. That's why he is an artificer, so all those poor kobolds can have boots. Anyway, you go down to your hammock and you drop your very flamboyant outfit, and come back up. And she was like, "Wow, I'm truly impressed you took off those boots that fast. That was amazing."
Well, it's a skill.
What does your outfit look like now?
It's in my regular. It's whatever I was wearing like before.
Ew.
Your purple cool outfit that you have now that matches your eye. Is that the one that Jordan did the art for?
Did I have
Because your regular outfit is like
outfit?
You have a purple outfit. We redrew you. We redrew Sinister Flute.
I don't remember ever buying purple clothes though.
Yeah, well, I drew him that way. Congratulations.
Yes, then I have.
They
my
turned purple
outfit.
as you got evil.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like a hypercolor shirt, but more mood based.
Yeah,
Right.
like a mood jacket.
because you're like your regular
Woodwear.
armor looks like it's like a almost skin tight like nano suit that you're wearing.
Yeah,
Looks
I
a
guess
little
so.
more like armor than that, but you have to make it look like clothes.
Yeah, I guess I've made it look like a purple shirt and a black vest. More just like regular style.
Ooh, nice.
cool.
Very street magician.
Um,
Very David Blaine.
That's
When you
exactly what it is.
when you walk up, you hear Relic go, "Whoa, Flick, outfit got even better, man." He says,
Flick.
You walk past me.
Listen.
You walk past me
call
on your
me
way up the
Flick?
stairs, and I'm like, "Hey, mind freak, nice."
I cast Mind Freak at level 4.
Yeah, it's a great spell. You wish level 4. That is a 9th level spell.
True.
"Yeah, you can only cast it in Vegas too. It's awesome."
It's a whole stage thing. Okay, you cast Mind Freak, and first, fog machines. Lasers.
Yeah, it's a ritual that takes 3 hours.
Everybody roll for being blown away.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very expensive spell, but it doesn't actually do anything.
I would like to say the Moonboy is rushing to check on his what was his one and only moon plant,
Special secret plant.
special secret plant, and I think maybe even when Flute ran down and changed real fast, the Moonboy, if Flute would have paused, they might have seen that he was in the barrel.
Great. Cool. So when you crest the seal of your barrel, you're very worried. It's a worrisome scene at the start because this room seems a little bit tossed. It is just mostly a room full of hammocks that are of different sizes, shapes, and heights, and but they're still kind of like, you could tell they were searching for valuables in some way or another, and but you find your barrel untouched. Really, you pull the top open, and you see that in fact somebody wrote like on pencil, like kind of like in this just like bit of marking, it just says trash on the outside because these like jars with weird materials in it that you are pickling, and this plant and like some of the other things you've collected in here, just kind of, they thought it was just like a barrel of trash.
Blood orange peels.
Okay,
Yeah.
while this is hilarious and devastating to me as a player, I think the Moonboy doesn't even notice that. He's just like, yes, my trash is still here.
That plant has to be a succulent. I mean,
Great, it is a succulent, and he rather than going in to tend to it, he reaches in very carefully and takes it out, and he opens his little satchel with all these other clippings that he took from the Moon Girl's garden, and he places it very carefully alongside them. And the Moonboy is going to be on the lookout for something of a more permanent, larger habitat for his little terrarium. Maybe in the hold, maybe, I think he's looking to build something a little bigger than what he's got going in the barrel.
Absolutely. Great. Yeah, there is plenty of space. The ship is 3 levels. You know, it's like the top deck, the lower deck, which you are on now, where the kitchen is, the door to the captain's quarters are, the crew's quarters, this like hammock room. There's a small workshop that is not used very often. It's kind of like for more finessed repairs that K.A.I and Goat both use. But there's also the lower deck, which is very open. It's the cargo hold. That's where you found cobble, like amongst the sails. That's where you kind of like keep bigger things that you find. It's where that Spelljammer helmet you recovered is down there. So if you have a specific spot that you want to put it in there, you can. Or I'm sure K.A.I would make you a small thing as well.
I love the idea of him finding this place below deck and kind of having a weird little marshy corner.
Okay, cool. You absolutely can, and I'm sure K.A.I will have a way to contribute this as well. But we can establish
I'm gonna talk to K.A.I about it.
If this was the Sims video game, you kind of have like crate with plant in it. And if you want to bring more things down here, invest more resources into your little terrarium section of the ship, you absolutely can. So.
Hell yeah. I would very much like to employ K.A.I.'s help in setting up something of a hydroponics workshop down here.
Okay.
Sure.
Great.
And I think that's kind of the. Oh, you've got one going down here already.
Yeah,
I
have. Where do you think the party darts come from, man?
Yeah, I think
I grow my own.
I think the first thing he does with this little satchel is kind of goes and quietly confides it in K.A.I. He's like, I've got an idea for these plants below deck. Do you think you could help me with like one of those? You know how they make those kind of standing herb gardens?
Sure.
Maybe
Like
we
a
could do
table?
something like that. Well, like here, I'll.
A nice one.
No. It's like these. I'll send you a link. It's kind of.
I see. Like a recessed table.
No, like it's like a long pole with little holes all the way up it, and there's plants growing out of it, and maybe we could do that down there, but don't tell anybody, and I won't tell anybody about your sticky dank down here.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'll drill some holes in a PVC pipe for the Moonboy.
Nice. But
cool.
I want to act like it's a secret. I want it to be a caper.
I'm not going to make you roll for this just because this is, you are very good at these things. So unless you are trying to make it like build it out more mechanically, you can absolutely just have this small space where this is growing, and this plant is growing magically a little bit. Like your plant has this like a little bit of an effect to it that is this like moon plant that can exist here, and you will to grow more things here. You will need to find some way of providing sunlight for it, but
Moonlight. Moonboy is specifically working on this. This is his big project.
Get the
now.
daylight spell
It's
and just
a
cast it
moon
in the
lamp.
hold.
Oh yeah, I got an idea. I can.
If you're too happy, you have to get a moon lamp to look at, so it makes you depressed during the summer.
Evens your shit out. Let's take that
Yeah.
spring out of your step, huh?
Yeah.
So if you pay attention in the wee hours of the night for the next few days, you will hear the Moonboy clanking and clattering down in the hold.
cool.
But what else is there anything different?
What do you
I'm just
mean?
kidding. I was fucking.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Hey.
Yes,
hey.
it's under the floorboards now, not in a barrel.
yeah. Great.
come
I
in
love
here.
it. I
I'm
love
busy.
it, Jordan. Little garden. So, you as you all are doing this, K.A.I, is there anything specific you want to do besides assist Moonboy in this?
Yeah, I
it's
want to
kinda
go
like
and knock on the
dust-
captain's door.
Okay. And you hear him go, yeah, who is it?
It's K.A.I.
Oh,
Hello.
Hey, K.A.I. What's up?
Oh, just dealing with the fallout from capturing a pirate cove, you understand.
Yeah, absolutely. He says, and he cracks the door and steps out. You're familiar with this kind of like site here where it is like an elbow, like part of a room, or it kind of just looks like an entry step in here. What's like a coat closet, cloakroom, kind of like, but it's really just a elbow section of hallway that will go around here. But
Yeah,
so he
I'm
opens the door and
standing
steps
too
out.
close for him to comfortably get out the door.
Oh, okay. He looks up at you and is like, "What's up? Do you need me above deck for some reason?"
Captain Goliathan,
Well,
I have to come inside.
what? No. These are my quarters. I don't
I don't
prefer
want to
if you
look
did-
at your things, but we are being chased by gods know who all over the galaxy for whatever's in here, and I can't be asked to defend it anymore without knowing what it is.
No. You killed Ventress. It's the only people chasing us are people who are following your reputation, who want you all
You
to.
were dead. You were dead 30 minutes ago.
I know. I really appreciate you bringing me back to life. I can't believe you had that spell just hanging out. I didn't know you could do that.
I can do a lot of things, Captain.
Is that an intimidation check? Do you want to roll an intimidation check there? Because I felt a little chill down my spine
That
with
felt like an
rolling
action
an
movie.
intimidation check. Yeah.
Just this terrifying robot in the door.
Sure, yeah, let's roll intimidate. I wasn't intended that way, but let's do it.
Oh no!
It felt that way.
Soft
Soft,
intimidation.
soft intimidation.
It was pressure. It was
It's
just
the same.
pressure.
It's pressure. It's the same as persuasion, so we'll say they're interchangeable on this one.
Yeah, were you trying to frighten him or hit on him or both?
Can't really change his
I can do
face
lots
that
of
much.
things, Captain.
I can do lots of things, Captain.
Solve lots of problems.
I can solve equations.
I got this back muscle that's really tight. Can you?
Can tie my tongue into a cherry stem.
Your hand just turns into
Yeah.
one of those like mall like head scratcher things.
All right. So I'm gonna roll a contested check here. So I'm rolling, and I got a. Wait, what did you get? I'll tell you. I don't want to reveal his.
I got. I'm not looking at your screen. I got a 15.
15. Okay, you.
My charisma's not that good. I rolled a 13 plus 2.
Actually, I want to double check real quick because I thought I just want to be 100%.
Casually turning your
$1,000,000,000.
hand into a laser gun.
Okay, cool. He got a 14.
Oh.
Dang.
So at this moment, with you kind of like,
Captain's charismatic.
he wilts just a tiny little bit here, and it looks like it looks a little sad to you, maybe, Kai, as he just kind of like slumps his shoulders and he's like, all right.
It is sad. I think it becomes clear to him that I'm not really asking.
Yeah, and I think it also in this moment too, in this kind of like he tried to rustle up his old vigor of like, I'm the captain, I'm in charge. You do what I say, or you get off my ship, and that life has come and gone kind of a little bit, where because of just how powerful you all have proven yourself to be and all of the things that you are entangled in now. And I think that is a moment that is hitting Goliathan right now, as he's just like, well,
Yeah, I put my hand on his shoulder to sort of acknowledge his pain, and I'll walk inside.
well, come on in, he says, and you see this as you step in and around the corner here. You see a very surprisingly normal room. It has a very small dwarven height bed with a very kind of humble blanket and mattress there. There's a writing desk that is of dwarven height. There is a rack of hats, and it seems to be revealed that he has like 4 of the same hat that are all hung up there.
Oh, he's like Slash.
Brand.
I don't even know if that's true. Slash, it just seems like it is.
He has a fairly tall mirror, one that is like taller than his dwarven body, on the west wall here, and the bed is on the east wall, mirrors on the west wall if you are facing the back of the ship. Sorry, Uncle Brenner, that I can't remember the nautical terms right now. But, so, I mean, it's just kind of this very humble, small room. But in the corner is this very, like, beaten up but strapped down wooden chair with, like wood-burned engravings on it. And he says, I never let anyone in here, Kai, but this is my quarters, the abode, where I lay my hats.
Where the magic happens.
Can I get you a margarita?
The magic happens. God damn it.
Oh my god, I literally Sorry.
Very good. Very good. I point up at Klik through the ceiling. I'm going to walk over to this chair and take a look at it.
Would you like to do an Arcana check?
I think I'm just going... Yes, I'll start with an Arcana check.
Okay.
That is going to be a 22.
Man.
Goliathan's watching you, and you get a sense that there is a magical aura coming off of this chair. And he... there seems to be some sort of magic kind of like emanating from all the edges of this chair. And he looks at it and he's like, Kai, it's not like you're not going to find out. That's just a dummy. It's there to buy me some time it was always there to buy me some time if I ever need it. And he's like, it's just illusion magic. That's just and he, you see him cast... he says a word in Dwarvish, and the engravings in it fall away, and they're just, it's just a wooden chair.
Speak Dwarvish. What did he say? Regular chair.
Chair.
Yeah.
Enchairment.
No, he said, in case you want it later, he said peak, P-E-A-K, and he's like, Goliath goes, well, you might as well if if I'm going to show you, well, do you want me to go get the others, or do you want to? Is this a thing that you should see? He looks at you like right in the eyes, and he's like clearly asking for your advice. He's like, the thing behind this door is something that I've spent most of my life protecting. I've spent hundreds of years protecting, and sharing it with you all feels wrong now, even still. But I understand. I don't really have it. It's not really my decision to make right now. I know when I'm the frog and when I'm the snake. And so if you want to get Klik, Flute, and Moonboy, you can do it. But I'd appreciate it if it was just y'all right now.
Right. I'll
But if
send
you
the
want to see
best
it
note
first,
to.
you want to see it
I'll
first.
send the best note to summon the rest of the crew.
Get in here, best. I'm
Yeah.
busy.
He's
Cobble's like,
he
look,
emits
I'm not leaving, man. I'm not leaving to you, Flute.
He emits like she emits a little recorded message. It's like, you're needed downstairs
Nice.
at the captain's chambers.
Smash cut 2. We're all there.
Yeah. Yeah, Bessner kind of like flitters around all of your heads here. And
Moonboy is pissed off. He looks grumpy. He's wearing like an apron that's covered in mud and like gardening gloves and a sun hat. He's like, well,
It's a moon hat.
what?
Moon hat. Yep.
Moon hat, thank you.
This is a crescent. It's like useless for shielding your face.
Yeah, he's wearing like
You know
big
what I'm-
sunglasses, but they have moons. They're moon glasses.
I'm
You
picturing
get it.
those big visors, like the big thick visors that are on
Totally.
the front.
Oh my God.
The crescent visor.
Totally.
Yeah, I guess I'll be very surprised if the captain's door is open and Kai is
Yeah.
inside.
Klik
Is
and
everything
Flute,
all
can you
right,
both roll
Captain?
perception checks too?
Oh, come
23.
on, dice.
Okay.
Garbage. 6.
Cool. So Bester comes and gets all of you all, and you all head down. And Klik, you're kind of the last one there, and you see that Talon, who is helping Goat like bring up some more like pieces of wood from the storage area from the cargo hold. She sees you all walking down, like kind of together, and she like makes eye contact with you, Klik, and you can tell she knows what's going on, and since you saw her so much, she kind of like feels got a little bit and sees you all, and she's like to you and is kind of being like, can I what's the move?
Yeah.
She's like looking to you for your signal of like, I want to come down there, and she's kind of like making the move to maybe be sneaky about it.
Yeah. Klik breaks eye contact and keeps walking.
Okay. So you all are Flute, like you said, you see the captain's door like kind of like wide open, and it's a little bit jarring to you because you've seen him come in and out in here and then having this like wooden elbow of like an entry hall, but you've never crested the corner of this. It's like going into the teacher's lounge or something when you were a kid. And if you all walk in, Goliath's kind of like he's sitting on his bed now, and it's rare for you to see him like sitting in a way that like his knees are bent and like touching the floor, but it is a dwarven heighted bed, so he is, and he looks at you and
Klik
he's like,
is tickled by all the teeny furniture. Tries not to be rude, but is like adorable.
yeah. Okay. He's like, yeah, don't sit on anything, Klik, it'll break. Just because I'm very small. And he's like using this voice that is like worn out and tired. And he's like, I figured y'all are kind of the hot shots right now, and I know that
Maybe that should be the name of our group. The Hot Shots.
Better than hot.
I like it. I like it. I wish I hadn't
The
changed.
hot shots. Jesus.
Yeah.
Get
We all go out for ice
t-shirts
cream
at the
afterwards.
mall.
The big boys and girls.
Again, it kind of shows the crew.
We're the Michael Jordans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I like that this happens in game where like dramatic moments are happening and all of a sudden all four of you are like, wait, let's workshop this for a little bit. Get distracted.
Riffing is a part of our process.
It binds us and penetrates us. It's the fun.
And
That's a quote from Star Wars, you filthy creeps.
Doesn't mean it's not weird. Just because Star Wars says something weird doesn't make it not weird anymore.
There's nothing weird in Star Wars. I have so many
We're gonna get so sued.
so
for this
many
episode.
bookmarks
Can't
of
say
naked
Star
Jar
Wars.
Jar Binkses to prove my point.
yeah.
We
You
should
know that-
name our group the Star Warriors. The
that-
Skywalkers.
Do you know the genre? You know the
Yeah,
genre
but-
of music that they play in the cantina is called jizz, J-I-Z-Z.
See,
Let's
nothing
Jesus
weird about
Let's
that.
fade to black on
It's
jizz.
true. Like, okay, cool. It's like jazz. It's like jazz, but different. It's like jazz.
Yeah. Somebody.
But
didn't-
nobody likes jizz fingers. Okay. Yeah.
There's the episode title. I knew it'd come. Poor Harlan. He's got the captain's big reveal
Get the
ruined
captain.
by.
Seriously, we're about to find out what's in.
Yeah.
Reveal a secret that we've been holding for the whole
300 hours into the game. No,
Jizz
I got-
finger. Hang on, time for jizz fingers.
Okay,
All right.
Back
Anyway,
to-
that's the end of the
Alright.
episode. Yeah, that's the end of the
Back to
episode.
rea-
Cut to credits.
No
kids,
way.
if you could.
Back to
Real quick.
reality.
Oh,
Jizz
no,
fingers.
everybody. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Let's. You can bring us
Okay.
back. You can bring us back.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
K.A.I answers the door and lets
Jeepers.
everybody in and will shut it behind them.
Creepers. It's better to be good.
That was all worth it. It's fine. So the captain takes one of his hats off and hangs it up on the rack and puts another one on, and he's like,
Conversation hat.
It's my night hat.
he takes
Sleeping
this
hat.
hat off,
It's my nightcap.
puts it on, puts this hat on,
Thank you.
and he goes,
I was like, what's a hat again? And then you busted out the visual aid.
happy to help.
Totally there.
I just like the idea that it's not so much a new hat as like a fresh hat. It's the same
Yeah.
hat,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like I'm gonna need a fresh
it's
pair
sweaty.
of hat for this.
It's been on
Gotta
it's
air
been
it
on the
out.
charger, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he rotates him. Yeah. So, and he looks at you all and he's like, obviously y'all have earned my trust, and but I'm gonna tell you, the thing in there that I'm about to show you is incredibly powerful, and it's gonna change. I don't know, maybe not. Change my life at least. And I ask that you be careful with it. You know me. I know y'all. It'll be okay, he says, and just kind of talking to himself. And then he gets up from the bed and he opens the mirror. He walks over to the mirror and reaches inside of it and kind of like turns his hand. And when he pulls back, there's just kind of like mist that comes back with it that just drops to the floor a little bit, and there is a blue and purple glowing room beyond it, and he says into it, "Hey, we got company," he says as he steps through, and he steps into this room. Are you all going in? And if you are, what order are you going in?
Couple?
I'll go first.
Second.
Yeah. I think Klik brings up the rear.
Great. Klik, you see...
Pushing Flute.
Yeah, it's a very. I'm definitely like doing the side angle, and then I realize I'm gonna get boxed out, and
Get
yeah.
in there.
What are you
She just
doing?
picks
We're
him
all
up
going
and
in.
Yeah.
Klik, you see as all of you all are stepping in, you see Talon stick her head around the corner there and look at you.
Sounds
And
like a kid on Christmas Eve. What are you doing?
she sees you see...
I Yeah. I'm just gonna close the door, like with psionic,
Ice
like
cold.
just like
Slam it in
telekinetic,
her
and
face.
close the door.
You don't
Yeah.
even go to
Not
school here,
slam it,
Talon.
just
What is the psionic modifier? It's intelligence, right?
it's intelligence. Yeah.
Can you roll a d20 real quick
Yeah.
and add your intelligence to it?
Yeah. 15.
With
Not
with
great.
that 15, when you step through, you kind of like reach back in. When you think about closing the door with your psionic energy, the mist fills itself back up behind you, and it seems like a mirror as well.
Whoa!
Okay.
So yeah, you have psionically closed the mirror door. And
That was
when you
totally the door I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
yeah,
It's way cooler.
awesome, good. I'm glad that I nailed that moment too.
Both doors.
Both of them. Yeah. That bedroom door mirror. Just zip. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Where is
As
the
you
mirror
s-
in the room? It's just it's not above his bed.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goliath,
These-
and you freak.
you freak. We get in here, it's just a real nasty pad
We got company. It's just like a gimp.
in a cage. Gimp puts on the Barry White.
Can you all make sure you have your roll 20 open?
Oh yeah.
Great. So as you all step into the room, it takes your eyes a second to adjust here because there is a little bit of this mist just hanging out inside of this room too, which makes it even more dreamlike, as there is this just softness to this room that is lit up by these blues and purples, and you can see the mist kind of just like moving around a little bit, and it's a odd sensation stepping from a wooden decked ship to going into this like cool room that has mostly stone on the floor. It's like very thin layers of stone, but you can feel it, especially like you, Klik, who like, doesn't have shoes on, like can feel the click of it. Or oh no, Moonboy has shoes on now. But like the like your click of it gets your feet against the ground. Can feel it get thicker, the stone get thicker and thicker. But as you step forward and the mist clears just a little bit, you see a big stone dais. These and what you quickly see are stairs as well, leading up to the source of this light, which is a big what at first you think is maybe a large, just like rock sculpture, but is clearly a chair itself. You can see the big wide stone alcove cut out for someone to sit in. Each of the the armrests on the side are very finely rounded there, but it's looks like a sculpture for a second because it has all of these like stone spikes, these cylinders coming off behind it, so it looks more like a crystal itself. And K.A.I, you would recognize there's some sort of dwarvish that is almost lighting the path up to it here. And when Goliathan walks up ahead, he kind of waves at the mist and he goes, I'd like you to meet the rest of the crew. And you see this big chair. This has a large rounded, most chairs like go up in a rectangle, but when you hit the top of this rectangle and kind of held by all of these stone cylinders is almost like a stone orb. It comes up and looks like a rounded top here, and you see a shift inside of that stone, and a face comes up and out, and you see this image. And if you want to go ahead and throw that on.
Whoa!
You hear a voice say back to you, "Well, Goliathan, I haven't met anyone in hundreds of years. I am very excited to meet your friends." And it like grins very big, and its eyes get wider and just have this like white silver light coming out of them. And he goes, "Hello. I, in the helm that powers the ship, and smiles at you all, and hold on. He looks, and you see this like almost grin come out of it, but you can't quite tell if it's a menacing grin or if he's like a jolly grin. And he's like, I'm. You can call me the Helm, he says, and just like looks at you all, holds it there for a second. And he's like, well, and Gerlathan's like, well, you should, and he's like, some people call me Dingham Nidris. But he's like, that's Dingham Nidris. And he says, and Gerlathan's like, yeah, but he's like, that's why I named the ship that. Is I called him Ding for a long time. He's like, but I prefer not to be called that. I prefer to be called the Helm. And he like grins, and
It's the dinger.
I think that's where I'd like to call it tonight. Is right there, and we all can talk. You all can actually talk to him next episode.
Can I want to throw one more thing in. The Moonboy
Absolutely.
drops his trowel, and it hits the clanks very loudly on the ground.
Clink.
Oh, it's trowel. I thought you said he drops trow.
Aaron?
Dude, I 100% thought that's what you said. The moon.
He drops his trow. No, he drops
I thought that
his
too at
trowel.
first. I was like,
Yeah.
Dropping trow is an especially gross thing to call taking off your pants.
Yeah.
He drops his trowel, and it clangs to the ground, not his trousers.
Yeah. So, and I just want to say it again out of the character voice. It's Dingham Nidris. Yes, I will
gonna need a
post that in the
spelling on
Yep,
that.
absolutely.
Yeah, I tried to.
Can
is
we
this art by
call ya?
Will Pottorff?
This is
It
incredible.
is by Will Pottorff.
It's so amazing. Been
like-
sitting on this or like whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, I will
my
tell you a fun
God.
tidbit. No, Will recently did this art for us because I could feel the moment coming. Where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna not tell them, and then when it gets revealed, like then Jordan can draw it. But it just kept not getting revealed and kept not getting revealed, and I could kind of feel it coming tonight. And I was like, I know who I want to draw this. I want
It's
Will
so
to
good.
draw this.
It's
So-
great.
God,
It's huge.
So good,
amazing.
Will. Thank you so much. Yeah, huge. This is that blew my mind. Mine.
Yeah, it was like, is
Blown.
this
Oh my
like
God.
D&D art? Are we like allowed to use this?
Do you remember? Do you remember when when you, me, I think it was definitely me and Windrider tried to sneak into the captain's quarters.
Yeah, I used Speak with the Dead. I remember.
Do
through
you
the wall.
remember?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what would have happened if we'd have found this?
Oh my god. Would have been in so much trouble.
I've been sitting on this since episode 1. The premise for my original campaign for this game was that the captain dies in episode 1, and you all then have a sentient Spelljammer Helm to deal with, and you all kept saving Gerlathan and kept saving Gerlathan. And kept not listening to the NPC who was like, let's go check out the captain's quarters. And I just like, I didn't know for sure. I was just like, I could feel it tonight. And so I was like, I think it's going to happen tonight. And
It's so amazing.
that's
So
the
good.
little, I only told Jason Wardell before that this has been used this episode.
And it
It's
was
been
just
used
the
since
two of
episode 1.
y'all. I had to keep that secret. Also, shout out Dice Stormers. You have to be very cheerful around it from the chat.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
Pretty-
That's
pretty-
the right answer.
Pretty good.
Careful
Nice,
and
nice.
cheerful.
Cheerful, like it's a chair. You have to be very cheerful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the pun.
Does everybody get it? It wasn't his. He wasn't dropping his pants. It was his
Look,
trowel.
dude, leave the jokes to the Jizz Fingers crew. Okay?
Okay. Also, I was picturing Klik doing it, and with just 3 fingers, it's so much worse.
Okay.
Oh
So
god, and it
amazing.
sounds like a fucking cicada.
Big top, everybody.
Thank
Big Top Productions.
Thank you, Tiger Moon.
A great reminder that we would not have the wonderful K.A.I Druid of Tiger Moon Productions to help us run this stream without Big Top. We wouldn't be able to get the wonderful art that we get from Jordan and from Will, like we have tonight, of this amazing Spelljammer helm. So, thanks for shout out to Big Top. Do we have anything else we need to announce?
A Patreon as well that totally helps us out, and there's all different levels on that Patreon. You can even play D&D with us. We learned how the toilets in Firma Regna actually work.
That was such a good one.
Behind the scenes.
You get to see my other character. Who's who's
we have
a lot of important people.
You guys went into the toilet verse.
We went into the toilet realm and met a dragon.
Hey, come on! This is Patreon level content.
Honestly, it was incredible and one of the best dragon encounters I've ever done in my career playing D&D.
I heard about it, and I said the same thing I always say when I hear about the cool shit happening in Repos and Leads, which is I gotta get into that game.
Well, you can. Support us on Patreon, Jordan.
Yeah, dude, I had to fork over.
I might do that and just be a little prince about everything in the game. I'm a content
You're gonna play a
fan.
little prince? I love it.
What are the odds?
He sort of already is.
Yeah.
A little Vinia Prince. Come on.
That's actually really fun.
It's pretty cute.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, if you're not a patron, consider subscribing to our Twitch channel. That is also very helpful. We have some new emotes, thanks to Jordan. Put a click, click, boom emote down there, and an which we needed last episode. So there they are. So make sure that you are subscribing there. We appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I have a game company called Occupied Hex. I'm giving away 2 sets of Cozy Gamer dice. They're super cool. And I have to just be on the mailing list. Just go to occupiedhex.com. Get on the mailing list. I give out 2 free sets of dice every month. It's a very expensive mailing list for me.
Listen.
I have to change the strategy for this mailing list.
So get in quick while you can still gouge Andrew.
Yes.
And
Before it becomes a regular boring mailing list.
On Thursdays, we also do The Dungeon, which is a little GM talk show that Andrew and I run. And this week, Will Potter is going to come on and talk to us about running games and making monster art. So
Cool.
I'm glad
I'm gonna be
that
in
worked
there.
out.
Hell
Yeah, I was really worried that you all weren't going to get inside the captain's quarters tonight. And I was like, I'm going to have to be like, Will, we got to sit on it. I'm sorry. We got to not talk about how cool your art is. We
I'm
gotta
so
not talk
glad.
about how cool your art is. Good job.
So cool.
All right. Let's get out of here, y'all.
All right.
Have a
Good night, everyone. We
Thanks
love
for
you.
hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humblia, Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes.